Guys, I know we are all very disappointed with the YieldMax ETFs with their latest reverse split, and also most of their funds having been doing great. So I came across this comment, and this was from Solea Divine 3 days ago. He wrote, "People hating on YieldMax didn't look up CHPY or PLTY and only went towards what everyone else was talking about low." He was talking mainly about MSTY and Ulti. So this comment made me go back to a review Chappy because I haven't done so in a long time. So looking at Chappy here, YieldMax Semiconductor Portfolio Option Income ETF, Chappy, price of today 57.67, and after hours or overnight on Friday it went up to 58.10. So as you can see here, 52-week range is between 41.65 to $60. So it was even higher than the price it is today. If you look at the volume though, it's not huge. Average volume is only around 88,000. So it's not that big, but for an ETF like this, it's okay because it's not one of those popular ETF. You know, the main thing is that you will be able to buy and sell this ETF. There is a little bit of liquidity for sure. So that was performance on Yahoo Finance. When it comes to this other website here, dripcall.com. If you want a full access on this website, you kind of have to be a member. You have to pay for it annually or monthly. I do have full access for this website. So as you can see here, Tidal Trust, Chappy, the price 57, it went up a little bit on Friday. So if you look at the total return with a drip, meaning you reinvest all your distributions, is up about 64% since it came out. And that's a CAG of 102 or 103 if you round up. Total return with no drip is around 57, and that's CAGR of about 91%. Very impressive. Share price has increased by 26%, and dividend has increased by 19.9%, so around 20%. When we look at a lot of other YieldMax ETFs, when it comes to this number here, as you can see, instead of being in positive, it's usually negative because their dividends keep coming down. That's an example of MSTY, Ulti. I'm going to show you the history of how much they have paid so far. Market cap is 60.99 million, and 50-week range, as I've shown you earlier, was 41.66 to $60.21. Dividend yield is 39.20 or 22.60. So you're getting about 40%, and of course they pay weekly. And this is the chart performance with drip and with no drip. As you can see, it just keeps going up and up and up. If you invested from inception $10,000, right now you would have 16,399. That's a drip, meaning you're buying more shares, and your portfolio would have been up about 64%. If you don't drip, you're up 57%, or your portfolio would have balance of 15,705. Very impressive. This would have been comparison between dividend payment and yield versus the price. As you can see, price keeps going up, and the red line here, this is a trailing 12-month yield. You can see here is 0.77, and dividend is 0.39. That's how much they've paid, which is about 40 cents. 5-year average growth of the distribution or yield is 5.19. The main lesson we can get here is that some of the YieldMax ETFs are pretty good. You just have to go to a website and look at those ETFs. There are some ETFs have done great like this. Not many people are actually talking about this at all. I made a video when it came out maybe once or twice, and I haven't even looked at it, honestly. So if you want an income and you want to preserve your capital, you kind of have to go and look at more ETFs. And that's why I always give you a review of these ETFs. So if you don't want to miss any of the reviews, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button so you can always receive update. And don't forget to smash the like button if you like this type of content, and also share with someone you think this video may help. Now, let me show you more about Chappy. Coming to official YieldMax website, as you can see here, Chappy is an actively managed ETF that seeks current income and capital appreciation via direct investment in select portfolio of semiconductor companies. Chappy aims to distribute such income on a weekly basis. Very good. Distribution yield as of December 2nd, 2025 was about 40.34%. Not bad for an ETF that doesn't have NAV erosion. And for return of capital based on the last distribution they paid was 99.43. Fund overview. The YieldMax Semiconductor Portfolio Option Income ETF chap is an actively managed exchange traded fund that seeks to generate current income and capital appreciation through investment in portfolio of approximately 15 to 30 public traded companies with the semiconductor sector. The fund seeks to generate income primarily by selling options contracts on its portfolio holdings, with the goal of distributing income on a weekly basis. CHPY also seeks capital appreciation through direct equity investments. The advisor evaluates potential holdings based on a stock and options liquidity, price level, and implied volatility, and regularly review the portfolio to determine whether to add or remove positions. The first objective is to seek income, and the second investment objective for this fund is to seek capital appreciation. More fund details. The fund was incepted April 2nd, 2025. Ticker symbol is CHPY, trades on New York Stock Exchange. Gross expense ratio is 1.03, and net asset as of now is around 148 million. So it's not one of those huge fund with a huge net asset as MSTY or Ulti, but it's doing great. And here is a little bit of distribution history, as I've shown you earlier, that there is dividend increase as compared to other funds that they keep paying lower and lower. This fund actually has increases dividends on average. If we go back to when it started paying, and that was April 21st, they did pay 36 cents, 34, 62, 38, 30, 30, 30, 40, 37, 40, and then they went to 57, and they went to 41, 43, 43. So as you can see, from the first distribution, they paid around 36 cents. They haven't paid any lower. The only time they paid a little bit lower was here in June. They paid about 34. I think that was one of the lowest. And apart from that, they just paid more and more. So this shows you that this ETF not only does pay weekly distribution, but also it has increased its weekly distributions as compared to other funds. So this is very good. The last thing we're going to look here is the top 10 holdings. As I've mentioned earlier, this ETF invests heavily in semiconductor stocks. It has Broadcom, Nvidia, Microtechnology, Lam Research Corp, Advanced Micro Device, AMD, Qualcomm, KLA Corp, Intel, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corp, and Applied Materials Inc. I know most of you guys who are watching this video know these stocks or have heard of them. So guys, I just made this video to give you insight on CHPY because it's an ETF that not many people are talking about it, despite it being one of the best performing ETFs, especially from YieldMax ETFs, which doesn't have a good record with their ETFs. If you found value in this video, smash the like button and don't forget to share with someone you think this video might help. Thank you very much. I'll catch you next one. Bye bye.